Okay. What's up, guys? It is your boy, the Mimic, and I'm with
Light 'em up. We're here for one of my favorite games and runs. I'm super hype. So yeah, this is Sonic Adventure DX. Mimic is gonna run the KAG category with Knuckles, Amy, and Gamma, which is probably the best category of this game. Mimic, you can give the countdown and start the game when you want.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, so KAG, a quick explanation. This is Knuckles, Amy, Gamma. Sonic Adventure DX has actually 6 characters and then 1 secret final character. KAG is probably the best 3 out of the 6 because they're just the most interesting, the most skips, the most interesting skips and the less lag, like Sky Chase or like really long and boring scenes. This is just super fun. So Knuckles is trying to find the pieces of the Chaos Emerald right now, and they're pretty much randomly distributed through the map. And you can see Mimic now is using the little radar that pings when there's a Chaos Emerald nearby. And since he already knows all the locations, he can use the radar's pinging to try to triangulate where the pieces are. RNG is not too terrible.
No, it's not that great.
So yeah, it was decent RNG. We have a few stages of Knuckles like that where we try to collect the pieces, and now we're headed to the next stage.
Yeah, Casinopolis.
And yeah, so for the piece of the Chaos Emerald, there are certain locations depending on the pieces. Some are in enemies, some are in special locations. And it's really when, I'm not sure if we can see the radar right now, but we can hear it beep. And yeah, there's one under the statue, and it goes pretty fast. I know the casual playthrough can look for those pieces for a very long time. But since we're speedrunning here,
I'm not getting the best RNG right now.
we have, I think, 5 stages total for Knuckles. And we're already through the second one. So this is a speed run for a reason. Knuckles is trying to remember his past. There's a lot of story happening in this game, but since we're only doing 3 characters, you're only going to get like a small part of that story. The goal is really to like skip through the cutscenes and get through Knuckles as fast as possible. So there was a mashing here that the Mimic tried to do, and he tried to mash to try to skip that little 1.5 second cutscene of Cream the Rabbit flying through the air. Cream the Rabbit, which is not even in this game, but was put there as a promotional stunt for Sonic Advance 2. We missed it, but then I explained it in way too long. We're now at Chaos 2. Game is going super quick. Chaos 2 is the Swole Chaos. Only Knuckles fights him, and there's a nice strategy that you just saw that pretty much stun locks the bus and beats him in record time. Now Knuckles is being tricked into thinking that Sonic is after the Master Emerald and the Chaos Emeralds, even though it's pretty much Eggman. So Knuckles is trying to go confront the men. And before doing that, we're going to grab the claws that allow us to dig, and we're going to hope for some RNG. Sadly not. It's like a 1% chance, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
that gives us speed shoes. Every time you dig, you pretty much have a 1% chance of getting speed shoes and getting super fast. But because it's 1%, it's kind of a swag move when you get the speed shoes. You're like super happy and you try once every time.
Yeah.
We're now bringing a button to try to blow up a monkey that forbids us, that has a gate towards the next level. And there we go. Just throw the button on the monkey and it explodes. So this is a more vertical level. The radar is now, the radar is now can be a little finicky and does not activate as quickly as the other levels. Also, there's a few tricks that you can see Mimic use to go like up and down very quickly. And you saw him restart here. Restarting is a great way to switch your position. So go back to like some spawn. So instead of having to climb back the mountains, you can restart to go back to some previous location. And there we go. That was a pretty quick one.
Yeah, it's pretty quick,
Yeah.
but the RNG is still not there.
There's sadly no way to control. That was a test for the speed shoes that I just mentioned.
Nah.
Yeah, we tried twice. No swag for this time. This run is so competitive that you almost need now the speed shoes to be like in the top runners or like having the best time. So this is the kind of test that you do like once or twice every time when you're used to running the game a million times. And they're gonna have a quick bus fight against Sonic to confront him. And there's not really the fight happens on Sonic's side as well when Knuckles like gets hit and goes, "Oh no!" But now this is the revenge of the "Oh no."
Yep.
This is Chaos 4. In my opinion, one of the most boring boss of the game because it's not only very long, but also you have to beat him 3 times with other characters. But because we're running KG, this is the only time where we're fighting this boss. Mimic is now counting the pattern in his head. So don't listen to what I say and stick with the pattern in his head.
Oh. I wasn't counting,
Keep the count, yeah. So yeah, he has a specific pattern that you can kind of control when you're in the air. So Mimic is trying to have the air movement right now to control the behavior of the boss and then hit him as soon as, there you go, as soon as physically possible. The physics of this boss is super weird. The water is like jello. I don't know why. It's super janky.
It got broken from the SAD export.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is pretty much an easy boss. If we have any donations, now is a really good moment to say them, because we're going to be there for another 30 seconds.
Well, yeah, we have actually one donation. We just got in. Let's go, bro. Tu vas réussir, Scoop, Skip, et first frame Mark 2 cette fois-ci. We believe in you from Zerganid.
Nice. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, so Scoop, Skip, and First Frame Mark 2, those are in the Gamma story. So like the third one that Mimic is going to do, I'm going to explain them once we're going to be there. And they're pretty, good job. They're pretty swag when we get them, so we hope to see them later. So Knuckles is, he's the Guardians of the Master Emerald, so he's trying to pretty much, the Master Emerald broke because some ancient Lovecraftian demon escaped from it, and he's pretty much trying to reconstruct it because it's what keeps his home alive. We're now collecting the keys, or the statues in the jungle to try to get to the next level.
Lost World.
The next level is Lost World. The Lost World, I'm going to explain it right now because it's going to go by very quick. Do we have speed shoes there? No.
Nah.
Still no speed. Yeah, so Lost World is the only level that's kind of different. So there are pieces of the Master Emerald to collect. However, there's a lot of level reuse between characters, and Lost World is also run by Sonic. And the trigger of the end level by Sonic is still in the Knuckles level. So we're just going to clip through the wall and go through the Sonic end of the level. And we're just going to forget about the Chaos Emerald, but we're going to succeed at the level because the game is going to think that we just finished the level. So here's the sweet clip. Which, there we go. And we just finished in a few seconds. No need. But yeah, I guess we found the pieces of the Master Emerald according to the game. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
This is the first, you can see that walls are a mere suggestion in this game. It's one of the first 3D games that's also been ported a million times. So a lot of lags and frames and high speed that clips through the walls. There's so many wall clip.
Yeah.
This is a death. Going along the wall here on the death actually saves a fraction of a second, but this is death warp, so we're warping back to the jungle so that we don't have to climb that ladder that takes a million years to climb. And we're headed back in the jungle here.
Gonna go to Skydeck.
Exactly. So Skydeck is the last level in which we're trying to collect the pieces, and we're gonna pray for great RNG on this one.
Yeah, the only stage I could get good RNG now.
Yeah, the RNG has not been great. It doesn't look like this because Mimic is really good at the game and can speedrun through the levels, but those pieces of the Master Emerald were kind of slow. We're losing those precious seconds.
Like sometimes there's some stuff that like, oh, I need to go back through all of the stage. Nice. When you get that, when you're trying to get a run, it's really bad. Oh. Okay.
Okay. The radar is not being very cooperative right now.
No.
So it's very rare. So the radar did not beep at all when Mimic started the level, which means that the pieces of the Master Emerald are kind of far. So he needs to explore the level right now, clip through a few wall, and there we go. So that's Knuckles completed. However, to truly complete, as per the category demands, we also need to watch all the cutscenes, or skip all the cutscenes, to be fair. Because all the cutscenes, like, you can skip the cutscenes by mashing.
Yeah, I'm mashing really hard right
Exactly. Because yeah, we are skipping the story, but it is demanded that we skip all the story scenes. And we're headed towards Knuckles' final boss, Chaos 6. So this demon that escaped from the Master Emerald is now mutating by collecting the Chaos Emeralds. And we're pretty much beating up the penultimate form of this boss. There is also a way to stun lock him, so you can see Mimic jumping on those eggs. The eggs freeze the water demon, and then we shatter him. And then we kind of keep him in this loop of throwing the freezing eggs, shattering him, preparing the next egg, shattering, throwing the next egg, and there we go. You can see the health bar on the top right, very slightly.
This boss was really scary because I just didn't grab the good egg at the start while he was breeding. So now we're gonna change stories. We're gonna go to Amy's story.
Yeah, that was Knuckles done, so a third of the way done. Good job, Mimic. Now, if you think Knuckles went fast, Amy is one of my favorite ones. I think Mimic's as well. It's so heavy on tricks. Amy, when you play casually, is kind of slow, but when you speedrun it, so right now he's gonna jump over a cutscene trigger. Or I'm sorry, go through a wall to avoid a cutscene trigger, and then go through this wall, second try, to avoid having this whole quest to open the door, and then we're through that. So that was a pretty good start for Amy. And yeah, so all Amy's levels, like, she's pretty much going as fast as Sonic when you're a speedrunner, which is kind of insane. And then you're gonna see there's gonna be so many wall clips. I'm gonna try to keep up with them, but don't blink when Amy enters a level. So right now, we enter the level. We're going to open a door to get in a castle, but we're going to try not to get in this castle. We're going to try to actually use the door frame to just skip pretty much the level and go on the roof. This is the trick. It is a very hard trick, and we got it. Oh, no! There you go. It's a series of input that is so precise, and so many things can go wrong. There we go. And now one last one. And go through the fence. There we go. That was super hard. It's very hard, and sometimes you miss it multiple times, and you're forced to go through the level like as usual because you're losing too much time in the marathon. That was second try. That's super great.
My hands are kind of cold, so it was scary.
Yeah, so the goal of Amy's story in a nutshell, she's trying to save like pretty much a bird from a robot, because Robotnik uses animals in his robots, and Amy, being the loving lady that she is trying to free the animals pretty much. Now there's a small mini game where we're going to set up here, looking at the screen, to try to have a small cutscene skip. So we're going to have a cutscene. We're going to be able to move during a cutscene, which will be able to skip the trigger to the next cutscene. So that's what Mimic is trying to set up right now. It is also very, very precise. It saves a few seconds, so it's pretty great for the swag, but it's not catastrophic. So there we go. We're going to get an upgrade, but try to be in the right location when we get that upgrade.
Yes!
Oh! There we go. So it skips a few seconds. It's super hard. It's to skip it. So a few wall clips here that you're going to see. But yeah, it skipped a cutscene where Amy like walked out the door. So we got out of the elevator, we got through the door, so there's already 2 to skip that went in the blink of an eye. And then destroying the monkeys with a bomb. And yeah, this level, you're going to see that Amy is pretty much that X-Men that phases through all Kitty Pryde. And all those wall skips and little jumps like that, it's so dense.
Yeah, and the stairs thing is something that took a bit of time before we learned about it.
Yeah. This is toilet skips. We're going to use the door here to get through the wall and skip a great portion of the level. All those wheels are on a cycle, so we're going to hope for a good wheel cycle.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Or else we could have fallen there. And now we're going to try for bridge skip. So we're going to try to jump from the bridge to try to skip the portion of the next section. Oh, there we go. Yeah, all right. That was great. There was a whole section that you just did not see right now. Yeah, Mimic fell on the grinder, and it was amazing. We skipped a lot of things.
Oh, okay.
Now we're trying to go through that wall. There we go. Yeah, those Amy levels for a casual are so long, and now this is so fast. And you're only seeing like 20% of the level. And yeah, so we're jumping on those collisions, skipping to the wall that didn't have any.
Yeah. There's no collisions in this game.
There's a few places that have them that allows us to jump to where there's none. And yeah, so that's the second Amy level done. Amy only has, I think, 3 levels as opposed to the other ones. So we're going to head up to the third Amy level right now. Amy's going super great, for real. That's one of your best ones. It's amazing. Amy's movement, like you can see, like sometimes she flings her hammer and jumps in the air, but sometimes she runs on the ground, depending on the slope. So like when it's up slopes, it's better to like swing the hammer, and then you need to time the A presses so that you stay in the air as long as possible. So like you think that he like jumps with the hammer kind of randomly. It is not random. It depends almost entirely on the terrain's geography. Like some small triangles on which he walks dictates the speed of Amy's running. It's more precise than you think right now. So like when she jumps, when she runs, when she stays on the ground, how long she stays in the air, it's all under Mimic's control. It's not random at all. So we're back where Knuckles was. So back in the Lost Jungle. Amy navigates the jungle.
Oops.
Oh. Trying to find the key, trying to go to Final Egg, actually.
Yeah.
So she goes through the labyrinth of the jungle, jumping over the trees, and going towards the final level in the Eggman's base. A small puzzle that is pretty easy when you know what to do. And there we go. So there are a few really hard skips on this one. I don't know if Mimic's going to try to go for them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for them.
No pressure.
Going for the biscuit.
There you go. Yeah, so you're going to see Mimic trying to go in over a door and try. It's going to be very precise. I'm going to explain it as it happens. So we tried to to clip through this door, and behind this door there's gonna be I think 3 other steps of trying to like climb a wall, glitch the gravity, and then get ejected over a cutscene skip. And the goal of all that is to skip what you're seeing right now, which is the notoriously long and boring elevator cutscene. But it is a very hard skip, and trying it over and over again is just longer than watching the elevator cutscene. So like, we just try it once, and if we miss, we go through that beautifully designed elevator. Really, I don't that spider thing. And there we go. So this is where we were supposed to happen after that skip. Now this is the RNG part. Only one of those doors is the good one. There's 5 doors, but it changes every time, so we need to check them.
Ooh.
Oh, first try. There we go. 20% chance. And that's it. That's the end of the final Amy level. We still have the ending cutscene and the boss.
The boss is kind of scary at points because it can be really funny, and just don't take the hits you're trying to get.
So there we go. We headed towards the final boss. The robot, so Amy's story, if you don't know, there's a huge robot that runs after you. So it's kind of a chase mission where you're always being chased and trying to evade the robot. Mimic is just way too fast. We barely saw the robot of all the run, but he was there. I assure you he was there. And the final boss is pretty much trying to beat up this robot and finally get your revenge and free the animal that is stuck behind inside of it. If there's another donation, we're going to see Amy climb this ladder for a few seconds, so...
What a drill.
We do not have donations right now, but I would like to push for the bonus run of Adibu 2 at 9 p.m. We have 20% to go, and we will have this bonus run at 9 p.m. tonight. So please give generously if you want to see Adibu 2.
Yes. So yeah, there was a small triangle of grass on the ground that gives Amy a little boost for those who know what to look for. And if you don't, well, just know that Mimic got it and it was very swag and amazing. So that's the final boss for Amy, so for the second story. And now we can finally electrocute him and get our revenge for all the, you know, mental anguish that he tried to do.
So now we're gonna change stories.
There we go. So Amy's done. 2 out of 3 done. Congratulations, Mimic. And we're going to the third story, the final one for Gamma. Gamma is this robot by Dr. Eggman. And this is more of a rail, not rail, because we're not on rail, but a shooting mission. So every time you shoot an enemy, it gives you time, and you're trying to finish as quickly as possible, but Mimic is just gonna run. So this is Scoop Skip. So what the donation that tried to have. So Scoop Skip, he's gonna try to go in the little rubber band here on the right. It didn't work, but it kind of launches Gamma in the next room kind of faster. It's also for the swag. We missed it, so we just went straight to the end of the level. No time for swag here, just speed. And so yeah, so Gamma is kind of the bad guy. So we tried to shoot a Sonic doll because now Eggman or Robotnik is trying to train us to be evil. And he's pitting us against each other. So this is Beta. So they're all named after Greek letters. So if you want to learn your Greek alphabet, play Sonic.
Yeah.
At least the first few letters.
I don't even know them.
So Gamma is going to be done out of order. Oh, there's the cream cutscene again. And yeah, so this is the normal first level for Gamma, where we're just going to try to go straight to the end. We're going to jump on a few pillars right now. This is way harder than you think. It's super janky, so let's hope he gets it.
Whoops. That was scary.
There we go. This skips a part of the level. the backup strat paid off.
I don't usually do that. With the collisions being that broken, I could have fell from that.
The fact that you didn't fall was... So there we go. So the goal of Gamma is pretty much get to the end of the level. We're going so fast that we don't need the extra time by shooting enemies. Also, we're going to skip through walls just like Amy, because once again, walls are just a suggestion in this game. And so here's a cutscene of trying to tell us what happened of this chaos abomination that we're going to try to stop and eventually convince him to be our friends, because this is a Sonic game. And now we're headed towards
the jet boosters.
Yes. So Gamma can technically hover, but we need the upgrade to do that. Hovering allows us to perform certain clips, and then once you clip out of bounds, it allows us to reach the end without falling to our doom. And Gamma's movement is kind of janky, so you can see sometimes he's on his wheels, like crouching down and rolling on wheels. Sometimes he's walking. The physics kind of differs. So there we go. So he's using that weird physics right now to clip through walls. He was walking and then on wheels, and then this like speed changes allows him to like glitch through walls. Sometimes it allows him to walk up walls as well. So there's a few movement techniques for Gamma that are pretty interesting.
I just want to show it.
So you're starting to clip through that right now.
Yeah.
There we go. And yeah, once again, you can recognize this level from... Oh, yeah. We can recognize this level from Amy. There's a lot of level reuse through people, but through characters. But Gamma is just going to clip through the walls and glide towards the end. There you go. Wow.
Wall ride?
So there's a few different types of wall run, and this was the fastest one.
Yeah, I'm the one that found it, actually.
So yeah, because there's multiple ways to run up walls right now. And yeah, this was the fast one, and now we're right to the final boss of this level. So just the boss, the normal boss, I guess. The mission of Gamma is to destroy all of the other Eggman's robots to prove that he's superior, I guess.
Yeah.
Which he is, because all the other robots are not that great. Yeah, sorry.
So now we're gonna reset. Okay.
So yeah, what happens now is that the level that we just did was actually out of order. So it was kind of Gamma's final level. And because we beat Gamma's final level, because we clipped through the walls, so we beat Gamma's final levels, but we still need to beat all of Gamma's levels. However, they're much more quicker to access through the menu, and beating Gamma's final level unlocks the trial modes from the menu, which is what you saw Mimic do right now. So he went through the trial mode, and then just went through the hot shelter level to beat up Epsilon, glitched through the wall right from the start, which was like a really great clip, by the way, and then hovered through the end and beat up the level, the boss, in quicker than I could explain what just happened.
The bosses are dead instantly.
Yeah, they're like 3 to 4 hits. And therefore, yeah, so just going through the end of Gamma is not enough. We need to beat all the levels, we need to watch all the cutscenes for it to count. And there we go. So this is why we get back to the menu, select the trial one for
Windy Valley.
Windy Valley, there we go. And after doing all the levels, we're still gonna have to watch all the cutscenes, or skip all the cutscenes and beat up the final boss.
Okay.
This was more precise than it seemed. It's not just like jump to the left and just glide through the end. You need a special kind of clip to get there. It's not too hard, but it's not as easy as it seems.
Is this a good time for donation?
For sure, let's go.
Okay, well, we got $30 from Kelly. Thank you so much. And he put his money towards Resident Evil. Choose the accessory gas mask.
Oh.
Thank you.
There we go. Epsilon goes down. There's one remaining level.
No.
Oh, no. Okay. Sorry.
Too many stages to
Yeah.
go through.
So we're going to go back to the story right now and watch the final cutscenes. So the intro cutscenes of the levels and stuff like that are still required. Oh, that's a nice animation, just lifting the legs right there.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's a small boss that we need to beat up, which is Sonic the Hedgehog, the titular character of the game that got beaten up twice during this run. So, yeah, I don't know why they named the game after him. A little quick death warp here. Going along the wall goes slightly quicker. And it's not a death warp, actually. It's to trigger the cutscene that you just saw that allows us to go through this tunnel.
We're gonna do something that usual runners doesn't do. I'm gonna climb on the wall. And it makes it better for the camera because I'm in free cam and usually people switch cams, but I don't like that. I just want to be free cam all the way. Free cam gang.
Yeah, free cam is called the best camera, but you still need to switch it from time to time. So yeah, we entered the level and left immediately because we already completed it from the trial. We're gonna kill ourselves again to warp back. There we go. And then we're gonna once again jump off a cliff, but now on a raft. Anyway, I think we're going to towards the final boss right now,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So the final boss, which is Mark II, which is another trick that an earlier donation mentioned. If we mash, and I think it's frame perfect, so if we mash frame perfectly at the start.
First attempt. Second attempt.
This is really useful. So it's going to make it so that there we go. Third attempt. That's pretty good. So that was hard to do. So I think he deserves a clap right there. You do not see the effect of the glitch right now. So it makes it so that one of the hit in the fight is going to count for double. So normally Mark II has 4 hits, but because of that, you're only going to need 3 hits. So this first hit was normal. The second hit that he's going to make is going to count for doubles, which just happened right now. So he just got 2 hits in once. And therefore, we're only going to wait for that final hit, which is going to be time. And you can see that waiting for the hits can be long. So that skip was very, very useful. So we're just going to, explosions.
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh. Oh, he's done.
There you go, time.
I wanna do some shout-outs. I want to shout out the SideX community for making this possible. I want to shout out Light for the commentary.
My pleasure.
Shout out NoReset for making this great event. And I want to thank my parents for being there right now.
All right. And yeah, congratulations Mimic for an amazing run.
Oui, merci beaucoup, Mimic. Excellente run. En tout cas, oui, les murs dans ce jeu-là sont vraiment optionnels. Alors, on s'en va en transition et on vous rejoint avec Donkey Kong Country avec Rock GMT.